What's up, guys?
Hey.
Here we are yet again. Gonna put something else cool on the Jeeps. This time we finally got mine. So, finally broke down and be like, you know what? I just need one. I gotta have one. I got a new bumper so that I can put a winch on. Yes, I can put a winch on here, but buying the winch plate, you know, and it's not sitting right because I already see how Patrick fits. I wasn't enthused. So I spent a little extra and just bought a whole bumper. So today, we're gonna cover how to put it on. The cool part is we got one for Patrick too.
Yep.
And we're two different brands. So you can go check out that video on putting it on, but also know that we're gonna kind of do a comparison of them once we get them on, how they look, how they sit, how they, you know, fit, all that good stuff. And then when we go beat the crap out of them, maybe, we can review that too.
Yeah, because in our time, like right now, next weekend, we're going
to S'more.
So,
as long as it's not flooded.
Even if it is flooded. We'll definitely get a chance to use the bumpers for winching. So, we're going to put it on. You want to tell them what one you got?
Yeah, as soon as I remember which one it was. It's the Barricade front winch bumper. I think that is literally all it's called. It's the Barricade front winch bumper. I'll have a picture of it. But, yeah, simple online, got it from Extreme Terrain. I got both of them from Extreme Terrain. Let's take a look at it.
All right.
All right. Barricade.
Dun, dun. Okay.
Styrofoam.
Hey.
More napalm. I mean, we'll throw that away. Yup.
Some hardware.
A box of hardware with some brackets. Crap. Bolted to the top, or taped to the top.
Ah.
The hoop bar.
So you can run it if you want and not if you don't. Okay. Looks like more hardware.
Another box of brackets. A parts list, all in Chinese. Yeah.
Hey.
Ooh, what we got?
Probably the instructions.
Yeah, and stickers.
Hey. That's 5 horsepower at least. Hey, we're starting to see something. Okay. All right.
That sounds solid. Woo!
Sounded solid for sure.
Yeah. And it's already got the built-in winch plate.
Can't beat that.
Yep.
Oh, you know what this means, right?
Negative.
We got to take that one off.
Oh, well, we already knew that. Let's get this one off.
All right.
All right. First, remove the skid plate. It's 13 millimeter on all 6 of them. So there's, oh, he already did it. So there's a plug right here. You undo that plug and that unplugs your fog lights. Don't forget to get that. Then there's gonna be 8 screws or 8 bolts, nuts. 2 on the outer sides and then 2 on the inner sides on each side.
Ryobi's got twice the torque it does.
Okay.
Yep.
And just like that, I got a bumper for sale. So apparently, I've lied a little bit. It says it will fit factory fog lights. Not if you have the steel bumper. Because we've kind of run into that before, but it's the way the brackets mount on the steel bumper is completely different. You can't pull that bracket off of it to make it fit this bracket. They just don't fit. So if you have the upgraded steel bumper from Jeep, don't even bother trying to pull the fog lights out because they're not going to work.
Or is it because we have the LED package? Because those lights are different too.
That's entirely possible too. It could be you have the LED package. There's no telling.
Well, I found that out on the back of my truck because the kids got me covers for the JT. There's only one JT, and I have the LEDs, not the halogens, so they don't fit.
Gotcha. It could be that too. Could be the LED package versus the regular versus the steel bumper versus, I don't know. I know they will not fit on my new bumper, so I will have to find some new ones and just look funny until then.
Shucks.
Okay, so what we have come to the conclusion of, in the instructions it tells you to put the winch on before you put the bumper on. But we lined it up just because we wanted to see what it looked like, and it was a fight to get it on because of these stupid little brackets that are on there. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it on there, we're going to lightly, you know, tighten it on, and then we're going to put the winch on it. You know, make it a little easier on ourselves.
And we're probably going to end up pulling it back off.
Way to be enthusiastic there.
I am enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic that we're going to pull it off?
No, that's just assured.
So, the first thing to make things not too complicated for me from when we get the winch on there is get the fair lead on first. It's a...
Don't go off of that thing.
Yep, It's an Allen wrench for the front. And they're 18s for the back.
It says it's a CR-V8, but that's like a 3/8.
All right, guys. So we've got the winch. We're going to see how well it fits before we tighten down the deal. Yes, it's the Badlands. We have another video where we've installed one before. So, and we've even reviewed it, I think.
I don't remember.
I'll have a link in it if we do. Okay, guys. Whole nother day.
Oh, yeah.
Ran into a whole set of problems.
A bunch of them.
That whole day just was not my day. Everything I touched broke. So we just had to stop. Nonetheless. So without having, I'm sorry I did not review what we did, but not sure where we stopped at. I know we pulled it off, and I know I mentioned pulling it off, and I know we mentioned that the fog lights won't fit, but I can't remember if I told you that the winch wouldn't fit. But nonetheless, the winch didn't fit. It had these little flanges that came down across here. You can see there. We had to cut them down for the winch to be able to sit flat because we have that Badlands 12,000. So
Apex.
yeah, see.
Look like this.
Yeah, and with that lip, it kept hitting the winch. So we cut that off, put a different plate on there, and painted it. Got all that. So now we're ready to put it on. So that's where we're going to pick up at.
So what he's saying is basically, instead of having that lip go up, we flipped it over and made it go down. Same strength, just different orientation. So be advised, if you're going to use the Apex, Badlands Apex 12,000,
it won't fit.
It doesn't fit without modification. However, the 9,500 pound steel cable drops right in.
The 12,000 steel cable also fits too because the
case isn't as thick.
The case is differently around it.
Right.
So, but as long as it's not the real flat wide like the Apex is, you should be fine. So, anywho, let's get you set up and let's get this bumper on.
Okay, so like your factory bumper, this has the same 4 studs that hold it on. Flat washer, then your lock washer, then your nut. And they're going to torque down to about 40 foot-pound, I believe is what the instructions say. Or good and tight. It's a bumper. So that's what we're going to do now. And mine, remember?
You don't have the remote reservoir, so it made it a little easier, right?
Oh, 100%.
You just going to stand there all day?
Yeah. What is that, a 13?
You know what? It was hard getting that thing down. It's going to be harder getting this one back up. but I'm pretty sure it winds this way though.
Okay, now you can set it back in. All right. Now I'll let you do this. Somerset place. All right, now I'm gonna put these away.
I think that'll sit right there. I lied, I need one more.
I'll bring it when I come back.
Okay.
You better hope it's only one, because I'm only bringing one.
It's only one. That's all I can reach.
Okay. Should have made you go get it yourself. You told me no. You're on your own.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, super simple on the diesels. The battery's over here. So I found a nice little hole, run it right up through there, run on either side, connect it to the battery, got my winch on, and there's the bumper. Yes, I know, I don't have fog lights. We're getting there.
Do we want to show them the ridiculousness that we're not putting on?
Yes.
There's version 1. Looking all sexy and rock crawlery. There's version 2. Looking mall crawler extraordinaire. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of the
I still don't know that it would get in the way of the camera of this one. But maybe I don't like it either. It ain't going on there.
Can anyone say scrap steel?
Scrap steel!
Give it a second.
So, since we put on a new winch, I gotta exercise the winch. If we have not talked about that, because I can't remember a time that we have, you run it for about 30-second bursts, just making sure that it stays all lined up. And then let it rest for about, what, 10-15 seconds?
Yeah, something like that.
Longer than what we've talked about.
Anytime you use it on a trail, even.
Yeah.
So, in all technicality, they say you're supposed to exercise your winch at least every other month, preferably every month. And if you use it on a trail, when you get home next day, whenever you get a chance, before you try to use it again, you need to pull it all the way out, suck it back in, so it's tight again.
Well, all the way out, do you still pull it past the red, like we're doing here?
It won't hurt nothing.
Okay.
Because when you exercise it, you're on typically a flat surface or a very slight grade up to where the vehicle's holding weight to it. And all you're doing is just making sure that it's tight.
Making sure, okay.
It'll also help with flat spots, and if you got steel, help with the frame. Make sure you always have gloves though, even with the synthetic line. All right.
All right, there it is.
It's on.
It's on. Winch is on. Winch is exercised. Winch is running. Winch runs great, actually.
Yeah.
Should be brand new winch.
Yeah.
So, other than that, it looks nice. I like it so far. And if y'all didn't know, Patrick got one too. There'll be a video at it too. I can put a link in. Or
the video's already out, depending on what order he does them in.
Yeah, well, we'll get there. But it's the $400 bumper challenge, or bumper whatever. I don't know.
We only had $400 a piece to buy bumpers. That's what it was.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
But we're going to use them and abuse them and see what they're all about.
Yep. So, there they are. Hope you enjoyed. Other than that, we'll see y'all later.
Remember, like, subscribe, and share. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.